Hello, it's Alan Bradshaw here again from the Management Advisory Service. I'm here with Professor Derek Mowbray. Derek, hello again.
Hello.
Very nice to see you.
Thank you.
And today I'm going to be chatting with Derek about a particular aspect of leadership, and we're going to be looking at adaptive leadership. That's right, isn't it, Derek? Adaptive leadership. In particular, we're going to be comparing adaptive leadership with transformational leadership. So Derek, just to kick off this brief interview, first of all, what do you mean by transformational leadership? How would you define transformational leadership?
Well, transformational leadership is a process of leading others, which pays particular attention to the interaction between leaders and followers,
right,
in a process which is designed to encourage and engage followers in the work in which they are engaged in, and essentially to do that by nurturing people along, by supporting them, encouraging, delegating responsibility and valuing the individual. It is very much the leader and the relationship of the leader to followers, which is what transformational leadership is about. So
that sounds from what you say that is a good thing.
Yes.
But you are certainly very interested, I know, in something which is slightly different, which is adaptive leadership.
Yes.
So what would you say were the main differences between transformational leadership and adaptive leadership?
Well, adaptive leadership is very much focused on the organisation and is very much rooted in organisational purpose. That essentially adaptive leadership is the process of trying to ensure that the whole organisation and all of its workforce are indeed engaged in the smart decisions to be taken in order for the organisation as a whole to adapt to external and internal pressures for change. This is in contrast to transformational leadership, which is very much concerned with the individual leader's relationship with followers, regardless of the purpose of the organisation.
Yes.
So they are in contrast. However, I would say that transformational leadership is a characteristic, it's a style of leaders that adaptive leaders could adopt in terms of delegating responsibility and interacting with their followers in order for all of the workforce to be engaged with the purpose of the organisation and to act in the interests of the organisation as a whole.
So can they then, as leadership styles, complement each other in the sense that adaptive leadership is focused on the organisational aspects of leadership, whereas the transformational aspect, transformational leadership style is looking specifically at the interaction between leaders and followers?
Yes, they are complementary, there's no question about that. But there is a principal difference in that essentially adaptive leadership is a polyarchy, a distribution of responsibilities for achieving organisational purpose is dispersed amongst the workforce as a whole, so that the actual designated leader could be dispensed with ultimately, whereas a transformational leader is still within the concept of an oligarchy where power is vested in the leader, him or herself, and therefore is in a sense delegated outwards to the individual, but the individual still maintains the power and responsibility. So there are those two fairly fundamental and contrasting elements to this. But transformational leadership is a style, so is adaptive leadership. It's just that the focus is somewhat different.
Okay, I see. Is it difficult to teach people adaptive leadership?
Not at all, no. I think it's very much a question of individuals understanding that by using the skills, knowledge and experience of all of the workforce in order to solve organisational problems, you are in effect delegating your responsibilities for coming up with really unique, smart and intelligent and clever solutions to complex organisational problems. It's in effect going out to the universe with a problem and receiving back the solutions, but in this situation you're going out to your workforce with a series of problems and receiving the solutions from the workforce.
So that should also help in preventing and reducing stress, then, because you are essentially devolving decision making downwards, and you're involving people and consulting with them. So that then would make adaptive leadership a very good leadership style in terms of managing stress.
I think that it's key in many respects because it has some of the characteristics related to it which are so important in developing a positive working environment and a positive corporate culture, which includes involvement, it includes commitment, it includes trust, it includes emotional engagement, all of the key features which create a very strong psychological contract between the individual and the organisation that employs him or her. So adaptive leadership have all of the features which should mitigate against the risks of psychological distress at work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.